So now he has permission to leave. From here, he knows we're going to do some training, so he's already going into this with me command, which is our heel position. So it's position, it's focus. I want him to be attentive. He should not be sniffing when I say with me. I should be able to turn with ease into him, and he's not so far ahead that I'm getting bumped out of the way. I should be able to go this way, and he catches up to pay attention and follow me. Good job, buddy. And when I stop, he needs to sit his butt down. Good boy. Good job. With me. Good boy. So as we begin our walk, and just for a dog like Koa, where I want lots of structure in the front yard, because there's some safety aspects there, I'm going to start to prime him a little bit. So we come out and it's not just a free-for-all. We're practicing the heel. Maybe I'm making directional changes to get him into a really good rhythm, paying attention to me, choosing me above going over to say hi to the person walking down the street, or there's a cat, choosing me over the smells. Go it down. Even practicing some impulse control like a down stay. So again, that first week, I'm going to have you guys not use a long line, use a short lead. And then as you get better with this, we're going to go to more of this long line, because what I can do here is there's a person walking and he's focused on it. I can step on my leash, but he doesn't feel tethered. So it allows for him to make mistakes, but then we correct it. If a dog can't ever make a mistake, they never learn, because they'll just wait for the opportunity where they actually have the freedom. And so we need to set them up where they feel like they're free, but they're still listening, putting us first, paying attention to us. And we're not allowing him to go get rewarded by running up to the person. Sometimes that's a self-rewarding behavior. He's not the most, like, I need to go say hi to people, but he does like the freedom to go run and frolic. Koa, with me. Good boy. So I call him into position. We begin walking. So the nice thing about going away from the leash is the dog isn't so dependent on it. But for me, the e-collar becomes my safety tool in a case where maybe I need something secondary to the leash. Because leashes, the buckles break, dogs get out of the front door, they're not on a leash. So I want to train him as though the leash is just dragging here, as though it's not on him. But he knows the position of the heel, this with me position right here, and he can maintain it where I'm not yanking him back, because sometimes dogs, they feel that leash tension and they just pull ahead and they learn to tune us out. We almost become white noise, almost like background noise to the dog. Whereas here, with the e-collar, I can say, oh, you're not paying attention, and go away from him, make him fix it. I'm going to get busy and get a little bit harder to heel with, and he's got to pay attention to me at all times when I say with me. So there's other times when I would tell him FREE, and he can go run up ahead. I might be selective on where to do that. I tend to not do that away. We live on a through street, so not close to a road, but maybe we can do that at a park. Turn around here. Good boy, Koa, with me. Along the way, maybe we want to stop and talk with the neighbor. Maybe they have a dog that looks a little sketchy. We can say, Koa, down. And plop him into a down and have him just be stationary despite things happening. And again, that first week I'm going to have you use a leash, but as we transition, we can step on the long line, and he feels like he's off leash, but we've got to back up. And then when we start to trust him more and more in your home, then you can start moving away from some of these things. Go with me. I think it's good for dogs to learn how to be on the leash, but I do like to train as though the leash is not there, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes dogs get out of the front door and get out of the gate, get out of the yard, and so we just want to make sure that he's listening to us despite being off the leash. The buckle's not attached to him, so really good. And even along the walk, if he gets ahead, I'm going to step back with me. He's got to fix it. Good boy. Used a little e-collar there. I want him to not go past my strides. When I look down at him, if I raise my arm out, he's got to stay attentive to his position. If I stop, he's got to sit down. Good boy. With me? Super job, buddy. If I go on grass, he can't be sniffing. With me? This is harder because dogs, so I'm going to tap here because he's dropping his nose. With me? Because dogs will sometimes come up on your grass. People let their dogs do that sometimes. With me? And if I train dogs in the front yard, so often there's been another dog training right here. Treats have dropped. Something sniffy. So when I say with me, that does not mean to go sniff. When I tell him FREE, he can sniff whatever he wants. With me? But I need to be really, really clear on these rules, not keep it in any way gray. Otherwise, he will stop believing me on how serious I am about the obedience. With me? Oh boy. Koa down. And this down is implied, so that he stays here. I insist on permanent, so it's an implied stay. So I should be able to go away from him, have him hold this for long periods of time, go talk to my neighbor. Kids are riding bikes. Last night we raked leaves and then the wind came in and blew it all in the yard again, but Koa was out here practicing some obedience. The neighbor comes out, he's still got to hold this downstay. So from here, I could either go back into the with me or tell him the FREE. Koa, free. Good boy. And he can go do what he wants. So keeping that very clear for him. If he chooses to come in for affection, absolutely going to give it to him. But if he wants to just go be a dog and go sniff, I'm going to go see what the other dogs have done. He is more than welcome to do that. I told him free. I don't muddy that. I'm not like, you have to kind of heel when you're in free mode. No, you get to go be a dog. You get to go sniff. You get to go pee on the tree. If there's things I don't like if he's, I don't know, let's say he's not a destructive dog, but let's say he was, like there was a manners issue where he's free in the house and I can correct some of these things. Like if he's getting on the counter or if he's going downstairs to poop or something, that would just be correcting the behavior, but he's still not in a command. When he's in a command, I insist that he keeps doing that even when things change in his environment.